Today we'll be taking a look at the most loved British motorway junction, the roundabout Interchange, and seeing how it can easily cope with all the traffic. Plus, the transition from low density to high rise can be a challenge, so we'll tackle that challenge head on by using some of the most beautiful looking British style blocks of flats you've ever seen in the UK region pack. If you enjoy my British build, please leave a like on the video and drop a roundabout emoji in the comments below. It'll be interesting to see what you find for that one. And then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive back into Kettlewick. So here we are heading on over this lovely roundabout here to our main train station of what's going to be the very large built up area of our city of Kettlewick as it grows and gets even bigger. And there's a lot of things that we need to work on, including all the lumpy bumpy land, the lumpy bumpy roads, and some fantastic suggestions from you lovely viewers. And the first one is going to be over here by the bus station. Let's just get over there. See if you can notice actually, what do we have on the side of this bus? Yes, we have the doors on the left hand side, but unfortunately once they get round here, yeah, people are getting in this way phasing through the walls. So we're going to change this road that we've used down here. Fantastic. We're going to grab the road builder mod and we're going to click on this road and we're going to edit all instances because this is the only instance of this road in here, and we're going to change some things around. We're going to move that tree, actually we do it like that, to the end here, although we don't actually see trees on it. And then we're going to move the bus one here. There's going to be a bit of a pause while it updates. There we go, it jumps across. This is telling us about there's no shoulder or sidewalk. Could cause a problem. So I'm actually going to add a shoulder onto each side of these. There we go, and that will get added on. Excellent. I'm not quite sure what this bus is going to do now that we've done that. He's just going to carry on, do his stuff and get back on the road. Yeah, and now this is all looking a bit weird, so we're going to do a little bit of manipulation. So if we select this option here and hover over the road, and then if you hold Alt as you move these, I'm trying to pull it up and it's hard, like snaps. So what I want to do is I want to move this along as far as possible, because then this one here I'm going to move until that looks to be a little bit more of a curve around there. I'm just going to do that all the way along here. There we go. I think that's okay. And then I'm also going to delete all of these, which now look a little bit hawky-balky. There we go. And they will just connect down the bottom there, which is fine. We know there's a shoulder they can walk up. And now the stops are on the correct side. So everybody's walking around to stand on the correct side, which is fantastic. And there goes another bus. Where are you stopping? Over here. Brilliant. And now everybody's going to walk in and out of the doors correctly. Look at that. Much happier with that. So there were some other fantastic suggestions. One of them involved all the trains. And this comment was from Gracchus Theorus 7513 that says extending the line that goes to the other stations in Kettlewick to the new main station could help spread out the people more and you wouldn't need as many buses. And that is a great idea. So if we have a look at our train lines, here we go. So we've got all the train lines that are coming in from the as yet not named cities that are all round about, but a lot of these go from our main station to the outside world and actually cut through let's zoom out so I can see what I'm doing, our other train stations. Here we go, like this one here. So if I turn all of those off, this one stops here, Kettlewick to Cupton, but a number of these don't. Let's just go down here. Here we go, like this one. So I'm going to go through this station, and any other train that comes through here, we're going to add it on. We're going to have the same issue that we had in our last traffic fix video. I can't actually do it from this screen. And if I go into here, go to our train, get our route, and adjust that. We'll go both ways, in and out. Excellent. And then if I go back over to here again, it turns the colors back on and off. I need to come out of that. I need to go in it again to get the colors on and into this again. So many clicks. And then I'm just going to go through, and which one was that one? It was this one here, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to do all of that for this train station and for the other train station, and hopefully that will help everybody. There we go, all the lines turned on, none of them go straight through, they all stop. So that's good, that's going to help people get over here to our great big bus hub that we've got. And then the only other sort of train station we've got is past our university, a bit of traffic going on over there, and over here in Palmer Way. I'm not sure how many will end up coming to here because this isn't a throughway. Oh, it is a throughway now. We've connected it up. It didn't used to be. Let's have a quick gander. Yeah, we've got a few that do the same here, so let me just sort that out. There we go, and that should be... Oh, let's come out and go into there again. Yep, that's all of them. You can see none of them go straight through. They all stop. There's only about 3 there. So hopefully that will help anybody that wants to go to this station and doesn't come into here and then get a bus to go over there. So we will keep an eye on that as we go along. Thank you, Grechus Theorist, for that suggestion. So while we are here and before we name this new area, I feel like we could just do with a little bit of detailing around here because we ran out of time in the last episode. So let's dive in. There we go. I think that adds a little bit of life to this area. Just managed to add a little tea shop and a couple of small parks in there. We've got everything flat now. I use Move It to select everything and set it to the same height, and it's made all the paths and everything look much, much better. Little kiosk there for grabbing a drink or something like that, which is great. We've got some benches to sit on, some greenery, some trees, a nice new surface as well. And then over here, any sort of little spots where we could add in some trees and stuff like that to look nice. And we've run this path all the way through the middle. Looks much, much better. And a little bit of fencing down there just as an added precaution for some protection. So as we zoom out from this, we need to start transitioning from this sort of low density, what would you call it, oldie worldy sort of city centre vibe that we've gone for to, yeah, what is going to be the larger city centre up here with the new, more modern buildings. So as we work towards that, let's maybe pick a couple of these areas that we're going to work on here, this side of our mini motorway that cuts through. So I think if we concentrate on this little section here, first of all, that would be good, which means this road is going to get slightly changed. It's set up as sort of a, what we would call maybe a country road. That's how I'm sort of viewing these little mini highways, but we're not really out in the country anymore. Oh, that was an autosave. We'll have a quick sip of tea. And as this area gets built up, it is going to get busier. So I'm going to take a 4-lane divided road at the moment. And then if we want to tweak that a little bit later on, that's fine. I'd like to get that in the middle-ish. I mean, that's about as in the middle we're going to get. And we're just going to run that all the way along here. There we go. Carefully up and over here as a bridge. Excellent. And then into the roundabout as well. It doesn't quite seem like it's lining up. Is it going to let me? Nope. Let's turn off all the snapping and we'll just manually line that up there. Excellent. So now we can come off of this road with no problem. Bridge is possibly high enough. I feel like we need something a little bit taller to come through there to let us know. Let me sort out this. Wow. Oh my goodness me. That's really going to hurt your truck. There you go. That is much better. And then here we're going to have some sort of junction coming off. And I'm just wondering whether this road could go over the top into here and be, yeah, a road that comes through the middle here. I think we're going to do that. Let's connect this up and let's just see how it goes. Yeah, let's just pop it out there for now. That'll do. And then we can build around here. And then in this area, we are going to be using a lot more of the medium density buildings that are available, but we're probably going to see if we can find them on here because there's particular ones that I want to pick and I want to set up. So I'm getting level 1 medium buildings UK, and we've got all sorts of options. And I'd like to put together some interesting builds, and I'm using some stuff that I found around Birmingham that I think looks good. That's going to give us a nice idea. So I'd like a frontage road coming along here. We're going to use some of the parking roads. What's this one here? Oh man, that's got all sorts. Car, sidewalk, parking, the works. Let's just have a look at that one. We want that one coming off of here 90 degrees, like so. There's no parking on there. Now, I wanted to actually see visible parking, but there isn't. So let's take one of these and upgrade that. Yeah, I think that's more like what I want. Let's go there. Excellent. And then on this side, we're going to see if we can make this bigger sidewalk. So we've just got the parking on the one side. Excellent. So let's pop in something like this. And we want to see how wide these buildings are going to be. So let's pop back into here. And I want one of these on the end. So we've got the 6x6. I think we're going to go with that one as the biggest one. And then I want the same over here, although that's not going to quite line up. So let's pick a picker. Come on. Pick a picker. The road. Excellent. We'll get there. Actually, before we do that, I want to just see how the other ones measure up, see how far away we need to be. So let's grab, what have we got here? 6x4, 4x5. I think that's the largest. Yeah, and we're going to go 1, 3, 4, I think will be the biggest. Yeah, and then we're going to pick a pick of the house here, and then I want that one on here. That is almost perfectly lined up. So we'll just use a bit of Move It mod and do that. Excellent. And what I'm thinking of doing is changing this all together, because I wanted these over there, and I've just realized these have all got parking out the front. So this is no longer going to be a parking road. So we'll change that in a moment. This one, I actually want to go like that. And I'm going to do the same here, because this is going to be a big complex with these houses all around. So let me just draw something out a little bit larger. There we go, that's what I wanted. So you've got all the flats facing this central area down here, which we're going to make look rather nice. I'm just wondering whether we could pick some colours here and get these all to look the same. So if I pick that and paste that on there, it's going to be no different at all, is it? Oh, it is. It's actually taking the colours even though it didn't show that it was going to. I prefer that lighter sort of sand colours if it's all made out of the same type of stone. Brilliant. Is there some sort of park that we could fit into here? So with these parks and things, we can sort of move them around a bit, and we can work on the surfaces and stuff like that to make them look like they're larger than they are and all linked together, but they're taking up the space there nicely. We've added a little pub down here as well that's got a bit of parking. People are moving in already, which is exactly what we want to see. Let's pop a little district over here so we get more of an idea. Yes, we've got the whole of the Beechwood corner, which is all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Anarchy on, and And I'm just going to pop a little district over. Yeah, let's just keep it to this section here. There we go. So Highland View. Then we can get a rough idea of what we've got in here. So we've got 470 households, 688 residents, 77 pets. Fantastic. And then in the middle here, I'd like to do something a little bit different. What could we do? I'm going to see if I can just delete. Oh, it's going to make me do them one at a time if I have this option on. These out the back here on all of these buildings, because then we can add some access. Oh, come on. There we go. Through the back here. And I'm thinking what we could do is maybe grab the surface that's here. Yeah. So we've got this door that comes out of here. If we grab... What? Oh, darn it. I had that thing on. Okay, let's pick the surface that was over here. We select surface like... Okay, turn them all off, select surface, we want that one, then we're going to upgrade and pop that back in there. Brilliant. And I'm going to actually give that to all of the buildings that have a surface out the back. Boink, 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 and boink. Yeah, there we go. And then what we could do, if we try that again, if we go into here, turn that off. Excellent. We can then add... couple of little spots like, okay, didn't quite do it. Is that because we're, yes, there we go, it's done it. And then we can bring this out all the way along. We can start adding some paths and things. How far would that go? Is that going to actually match up with anything on the other side? Oh, there is a doorway over there. So if we really line these up well, we could certainly match that all up. That'll be good. And all the walls come back. Excellent. So I could do that at either end, remove all the walls. Yeah, let me just see what we can do. Here we go. I think this is looking like a lovely place to live. Lots of people moving in. They're going to be driving and walking at the moment because there's no transit over here. Nice little local pub. It's only quiet. It's small. Just a little bistro. No one's going to be complaining about that. We do need to just quickly look at the traffic lights here. I'm going to take those ones away, and I'm going to take those ones away, and we're going to presume that these ones get priority going through, although it is going to be a little bit busy at the moment. I'm going to remove all of these and one of those, because you've got a crossing there, and we've got a crossing all the way down there. We can add another one here, actually. I'm just going to pop a little walking path through here. I don't know why it's taking away the crossing, but we'll, yeah, do that, so we get a crossing back in. That's got some lights. That doesn't need some lights, just to help some people get over to this area. And then this little bit around the back here, we definitely need some larger buildings. What should we go for? What I'd like to do is use these medium flats down here. So we've got this really cool corner one. And if I turn off the snapping, I'd like to get that at an angle, would I? Or do I want that just straight up against the road like so? I think actually with the fact that that one is at an angle, we could just sort of go like that and get it in there, and then we could do the same over here. If I just move that back a bit, then we can pick the road. There we go, and we can just draw that up there. I just want to get that lined up with the one that's nearby. Okay, well, we can't see, so I'm going to guess that would be about right. Yeah, that's fine. And then in here, I'm thinking we could use some of these, but at an angle off of a parking road down here. We are going to need some more parking for all the people that are going to live here, or maybe not at an angle, just a great big parking road like this through the middle with some flats off. Yeah, I do want to get a bit of an angle off there just to add that bit of interest. So if we go like, we're going to go like that, and then we're going to bring that to connect up to this one over here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to take these and we're going to drop these round at various spots. Oh, I like that. I like that. It almost looks like it's all in one complex, doesn't it? With those two sizes next to each other. Very good. Can we fit a small one off the side here? Yeah. And then maybe another one of these off the back. That's too close to that other one, isn't it? We'll go for another small one and we'll angle that a little bit. Is that too much? That is too much. We're gonna take these ones out. I think these are okay and these are okay. Yeah, we'll make something work with this. Right, just taking a quick break from the decorating. There's a couple of things I want to do, and I just wanted to show you this as well. Just made me chuckle. We've got this house here waiting for an ambulance, and the ambulance has been involved in an accident. Oh dear, not very helpful. It's stuck under a tree. Okay, never mind. So if we go back over here, excellent. What I wanted to do, as these are growing in, is try and sort of blend these together as if they were one block, which I think we should be able to do, because that one doesn't have parking as part of it. So if we sort of went a bit like that, let's set this one here as the same height as that one, and we've got like the parking just sort of backs onto it a bit. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to do this. We're going to overlap them. Yeah, let's do it before the Z fighting kicks in. And then I might just remove that parking there, which is going to be, I don't want to remove all of them. Can you let me just remove one of them? That would be good. There we go. Remove that and we've got some parking here. And I think that'll be okay. And then we'll do the same with this one as well. Actually, I think on that one, it's fine. We'll keep the car parking in. So it just makes them look as if they were one block and then these two blocks here, and I think that'll be okay. We've got some more that are growing in down here as well, so we'll let that continue. We're definitely going to have a lot of foliage and trees along here just to sort of block the noise. And I can't believe it, all the back fences have appeared again. If there's some way around that, it took me ages to delete all of those, and then the second that you even breathe or look at it funny, it comes back in again. We're going to imagine there's like some sort of gate through there so they can get through to these paths. People are going to be taking them anyway, which if that's what's going to happen, I am going to pick of this path here. No, we're not, because that's a surface. I'm going to grab a gravel path here, and I think what we're going to do is just sort of connect that up. Let's turn off all of my snapping, and we're going to, well, that's weird that it didn't go all the way. There we go. And we're just going to bring this through here. It's a walking area. I've placed that, and it's like disappeared, isn't it, in various spots. Wow, that is super weird. I'm wondering if that will come back on a reload, but we'll leave that in there anyway. The other thing that we don't have is a hearse covering this area. If we have a look at Beechwood Corner, which is the whole area, welfare parish, the parish church will be covering that. Oh man, there's accidents going on all over the place. Just saw that happening live. There we go. What's happening in here? Oh, there's plenty of space. Vehicles are going out, so yeah, they'll get there eventually. What has gone on? Man, that is pretty nuts. I'll tell you what's probably causing all of these accidents. I'm 99% sure we don't have a road maintenance depot. I think if we go into this menu here, we look at the road condition. Oh, good grief. Wow. Everything is red. So we turn that off and that off. Yeah, we've got some good road condition down here for some reason, but it doesn't look like, I'll flash that on and off to see, we've got a maintenance depot anywhere. Oh dear, okay, well, we could do something about that. I'd like to pop it over here in our industry area. Could we use a bit of space down here? That road comes around the back there. Or maybe could we fit it into here? This looks like a good spot, doesn't it, with this road coming through? Let's look at the size of this thing. Ooh, that is going to be... We turn off all the snapping. Actually, which way around is that going to snap? Let's put the snapping on. So it's going to snap sideways. So that's where the road is. So that is not going to fit in there. No. Yeah, I think we're just going to put it on the edge of this road here, as we've already got the space there. So that's good. And then we've got all the access that we need. We've got plenty of vehicles, and we've got an upgrade, which is going to give us an extra 5 maintenance vehicles on top of the 10. No, I don't think we need that. I think that'll be fine. Yep, they can head out, and hopefully that will stop all the flipping accidents that keep happening, which isn't good. Oh, man. Let's hope someone's coming to sort this out. But that's another bad one. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, the police car's here to sort it all out. Excellent. Right, and now we've had these flats growing over the side. I think I'm going to do a similar thing to these. So I'm going to take that colour and we're going to paint every other one like that. And we're going to see if we can, we'll just pause the game, grab the Move It mod and do a little something with these. How far back would that go before it loses road access? Sort of like that. And then if we bring that one in up against the side, set it to the same height, maybe sort of cover up some of those windows, and that looks like a nice big block again. So yeah, let me do the same with these two. Yeah, there we go. I like the way that works. We'll get rid of all the trees and things. I'm just thinking we could put one more in here. So I'm going to use the Control C mod. We're going to grab that and that. We're going to do Control C. There we go. Excellent. And we're going to plop that there. Yeah, we'll sort the color and then we'll grab that one and that one, move that down. Although it's not put the surface in, which is a little bit odd. I don't know why that is. Let's remove that and then we'll just grab this color again and color that one. I think that should be enough along there. Let me sort out the surface and all the trees and things. Yeah, there we go. I've dragged out the surface to cover all of that. We do have parking out the front, so I'm just wondering whether we could make this a nice little park area out the back, add some trees, make it look nice, that sort of thing. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, there we go. I like the way that's set up. And now I'm just thinking along this road here, I think actually we're going to make good use of some of the medium density housing. No, they've been changed, haven't they? I forgot. They are now low density terraced housing along here. So let me just zone those in. We don't have any demand for those at the moment, but when that comes in, we're going to go all the way up to there. And I'm going to make these too wide all the way along. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be good to fill in that space. And just having a look around, see what other sort of space we could fill in. I mean, we've got a bit of office need, so maybe this bit of land up here, we could go for some office need. We'll go for some low density offices, just your standard sort. We'll drop a few in here, right by the parking. Yep, there we go. And that'll probably take care of that as well. Excellent. So to try and encourage an increase in the low density residential, we have a look in here. We can see that it says there's no unoccupied buildings. Well, they're not building any at the moment, but the taxes are something that are a bit of a problem. We could adjust those. We're making so much money per hour that I just don't see it as being a problem. So what I think I'm going to do is drop down the taxes like this. I think we're going to sort of go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and bump it up more for the highly educated. I think we'll try it that way. We shouldn't see a huge change in our money. In fact, that might just improve over time. We'll keep an eye on that. High water fees are also a bit of an issue. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, we've been charging a lot of service fees, haven't we, over a long period of time to try and make money. I mean, let's drop that down to 110. Electricity, will drop that down to 110. Our money is okay. High crime risk. Maybe that's something where we've... No, that's okay. Oh, man, let's put that back up to 100. Let's check our crime coverage in our different areas as well. Maybe that's something that we need to take a look at. Yeah, we've got... I think that is just the fact that it's a long way round to get from there to here. So this is always going to stay red because they're off of, yeah, this road here, which means they're going up, down there, down. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's just have a look at the connections we've got going on here. They'd be up to there. How would they get over here from there? Because none of this is connected to here. It's all connected to there, which sweeps away up over here. And this one sweeps away up over there. And then it's back all the way round. I feel like we need some sort of slip roads on here and a proper little highway exit. That I think I can remove because I'm pretty sure that is facing this road. Yeah, so maybe we do need a proper roundabout highway UK style interchange. Can I just plop on here a large roundabout? I could over there, but not over the middle here. I'm thinking that this might be, is that, if I'm doing it up in the air, does it like it? No, it's going to put that sort of, yeah, this might be one we have to make by hand. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to try something a little bit different here. Let's take our alley road and we're going to make that, yeah, let's make it flat on the ground first of all. So that is going to be, let's have a look, 110 yards long. And then in the middle here, we can make that 52.5, 52.5. And then if we delete these ones out, we'll make these also. We pick this road, pick a, thank you very much. We'll go 52.5 just to make sure they're all exactly the same. All the way along here. Yep, excellent. Then we'll grab, let's go into here and grab the 2-lane highway, make that continuous, and then we'll connect that all the way up, all the way around here as well. I'm hoping I've done that right. I meant to do that actually up in the air, so then I'm going to upgrade these. There we go. And then we're going to upgrade these. These obviously central pieces aren't going to stay there. They're just for support and stuff at the moment. There we go. All up in the air. So then we're going to get the Move It mod, put that on marquee mode, grab all the nodes that are in there, Control H and set that to the height of what we're working with over here. And then we can drag that over. It's probably going to mean a little bit of a change with the flats over here, but we'll worry about that afterwards. And if we more or less sort of get the central piece in the middle of that road, and then each side we've got little pillars that need to be in the middle like so. As long as they're near enough, not in the middle of the road, we can maybe work with that again afterwards. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to delete this going through the middle here, and we're going to delete this as well, although I don't want to delete the whole of that. So let's maybe just add, yeah, we'll add a little something there, which you're all going to complain about because I've accidentally made it up in the air. So let's change that, make it flat, upgrade. There we go, you're happy. Right, so we want to get in and out of that. Let's maybe, yeah, we'll come back to the flats in a minute. So let's maybe do this one here. So this has got 2 lanes coming in and out. So that's actually quite good. We can turn that into, what sort of road is that going to be? This is not going to be so fast, this road. So I'm going to say that for this side, we're going to use 2-lane one-way roads. And we'll get that sweeping curve like that. That's obviously going to be the other way round. Yeah, and we'll sort out all the stuff that's going on there. And then we've got to get up here to down there. So this is going to be interesting. I am going to use on here the highway rows, as that's what is going on along here. Let's just see what we can do. There we go, and that goes down like that. And actually, I even want that as a 1-lane, don't I? That would make more sense. So let's change that. Oh man, and this one really didn't work out. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. What I'm also going to do is turn these rows the other way around. I've got my roundabout back to front. So let's pick of that, and we'll upgrade all of these to face in the correct direction. There we go. Excellent. So that makes more sense now as you're coming up there. So that means that this one obviously needs to go down. So let's grab these. I put them all back to front. There we go. Excellent. So things will work much better. Yeah, good. So then we're going to do the same down at this side as well. Yeah, something a little bit like that. We'll work on all the heights and things in a moment, but I think that is... Actually, yeah, that can be sort of like that, and then we can get that one at a similar height. Yeah, that's good. And then the only other little connection is this one over here. So let's just move these houses and things around. Yeah, there we go. A lot more fiddling around than I was expecting to do, but that's got plenty of space there. We can put some foliage and things around the back, and this has turned into a bit more of a little complex over here, which I like. So now we've got to connect, well, this road up to here, because that was the whole point, wasn't it? So we could get access to this sort of highway from here. I'm now wondering whether all of this could have done with being moved down a little bit, which I think off camera, I'm just going to use the Move It mod and fiddle around with that. It's going to take a couple of minutes, so then it'll end up looking like this. Yeah, I think that works a bit better. We've got a bit more room along here, which is good. And then we just basically need to connect this up as well. So again, I'm just going to go for, I mean, we've used the 2-lane, didn't we, coming up here, because it's connecting to a 2-lane. So we might as well just do the same over here and see how that goes. We'll have that raised up, and hopefully this works. Yeah, something like that. So it's a bit off center, but that can go round and connect up to there. That is looking okay to me. So some of these here we probably just need to do a little bit of a tidy up of. So yeah, let me do that. Okay, so I've just upgraded all of these to be ground level and then brought the dirt up so it all hits the top as it should. And yeah, I think that's pretty much okay. We're going to take out these bracing rows, or I don't think you need those as much as you do in CS2, so that's fine. We're going to take out any traffic lights that have been added at any of these junctions. That's okay. We'll take out those ones there. Okay, we shouldn't have any at the top. No, that's good. The pillars, I think we can now sort of individually just maneuver those. Oh, that's going to mess our road up, isn't it? I tell you what, we might just move instead is the actual road. There we go. We'll do that. That's fine as long as it's on the white line. Yeah, that'll be good. And then crossings, that's the other thing. We don't want crossings everywhere, so they're going to go, they're going to go, they're going to go, they're going to go. We don't really want people walking up here. That'll be okay there, I think. They'll go, there go. We'll leave that for now. Yeah, that should be it. And I'm going to leave all the lanes as they are. I mean, yeah, we could do a bit of adjustment later to give dedicated lanes and stuff if we want, but I think that'll be okay. So now people like this UK police station go up there, down there, and come off down here. This might get a little bit busier, which, I mean, I would expect it, I'll be honest, to be a roundabout, even if it's a small one. So let's maybe get one of these sort of inner city. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, I did like it, and then it didn't put the thing in that it showed it was going to do. Maybe we can put some stones and stuff around there, but I think that'll be okay. No traffic lights there. Yeah, that should be okay. And that should all work as expected. It looks like it is. This is all nicely dipped down. These might be a bit steep, these rows at the side, but does happen. I've come off junctions on motorways and the off-ramps and the on-ramps have been ridiculously steep, but that's okay. You can always do a bit of decorating in there, can't we, in the future? Very good. So how many homes do we have in Highland View? I've expanded this now to cover this entire little area with all these little blocks and flats and things that we've got here. So let's bring, yeah, that will do. Let's bring it in like that. And we've got 690 households, 1,426 plus rising residents in there, which is good. Obviously, the hearse that we're waiting for is a bit of a struggle. This is still within Beechwood. Oh yeah, we saw it was this one here, wasn't it? Well, now that can actually get to it a little bit quicker. So we might find that very soon they actually bring some people out here. I'm just wondering whether we're going to add this parish church to the actual Highland View as well that we've got in here. There we go. And just see whether that's an issue, because I've sort of cheated the system and put an additional district over the top of the other one. That might be it, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, and there we go. We've had a little bit of a need for some small housing along here. So we're going to get our row of terraces that we wanted, which is good to help with the look along the front here. There we go. While they're doing that, I feel like we just need to add a little bit more vegetation around here, particularly to block the sound coming into our new Walnut Highway junction. Oh, and I'm just watching this now. We are getting a bit of traffic because a lot of people are going to be using this to get in and out of this area here, which is fine. But what I do want to do is just change how our lanes are set up here. So we're going to get our lane connector tool on here. This one is not going to go straight on, but you go there and that will cover that. We're going to remove the U-turns. So now we've got a dedicated left turn into there, which I think is definitely going to help. And what we do want is to set up our priorities tool. And I never use this, which I don't know why, but yeah. So really I want this one to be giving way, which it says it's yield, which is fine. This one here we want to give priority to, so they should go through and they should stop. That one can just keep going, that's got priority anyway, so that should be okay. And in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one to stop. So you really do have to wait. And let's just see how much of a difference that makes. Oh, and then we've got, hang on a sec, let's go back into here. Then we've got this coming up here. So by lane, I'm going to say you're going to keep going. So it says, oh, I've actually got to click it and then click the lane. Oh, okay. So we're going to do a little bit of lane connection here as well, because we've got that one. Yeah, we don't want that one going straight on. We want that one going there. Yeah, maybe let's try that. So then we can have priority on there. They can keep going. These can stop when they're coming through there. This makes more sense. They can stop. And then if we get priority... Oh, we've got a little bit of an autosave. Let's just wait for that. And then priority. And then hopefully that's enough people. That's enough setup so everything can work. That crossing there is stopping people moving through. So we're then going to just remove that, I think. There's nothing really for them to do to get across the other side here. Once we build in here, we can always change that. And suddenly we're running out of water. Ah, that's because I've maybe adjusted a few things. Oh, our money's gone up. Look at that. So let us look at our... Actually, let's look whether we're making enough. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, well, we can pop into here, our water budget, pop that up to 90. That should be absolutely plenty. Just about takes us over. Maybe I'll just pop that straight up to 100, and then we won't need to worry about it anymore. 100. Yeah, there we go. So let's just maybe keep an eye on this and see whether we need to make another little change. I'll tell you what I do want to change is the crossings again that are right here. We've got two crossings that I don't want. That one and that one. We've got a crossing there, so that's fine. Yeah, okay, let's just keep an eye on this and see whether I've just made a big boo-boo because it's two junctions that are far too close to each other, or whether that will actually help. Do you know what I think I'm going to do as well? I'm going to say no left turn out of here. Because at the... no right turn, I should say. Because they can use the roundabout and go... There we go. So if we do that... Yep, it's done it. So left only. Oh, and it's changed my flipping lane connector thing that I'd set up here. So we need to just do that again. So you're not going straight on. You go there, which you've already got. Yep, I think that should be it. So let's just keep an eye. And then I'm also wondering whether we stop people turning right in there, because they could go up the roundabout and back again. And again, I just think that would just make much more sense. So if we say no right-hand turns there, then I'm surprised it hasn't put the median back in. Let's just see whether... Oh, that's because we've got a road connection, but it should close that up, shouldn't it? Let's just have another quick look at that. Yeah, everybody's straight on. And if we remove unsafe, yeah, there we go. So that should work a lot better. So everybody straight on's in that lane. They're in that lane. These go straight on up here, round and roundabout and back again, which will add to the traffic a little bit initially, but I think we'll be okay. They shouldn't be doing that. We'll remove unsafe there. We'll remove unsafe there. We don't want them doing that. These are not connected. So I think that has probably solved that. Let's just watch it for the final time. We don't need to. It's already done. There we go. Excellent. That is what we like to see. Is that guy parked his car right there? I think he has, hasn't he? Right on that corner of the junction and all the way up here. This I don't mind. This I do. I wish there was like a no parking thing rather than just putting the wide stuff on. He parked over there instead. Yeah, that's not going to have parking, and neither's that. This definitely won't have parking. And this, and this, and this, and this. As we get further on, it's fine. They won't park on any of these. Oh, we'll do it all the way down. You don't need to park on any of that. It just needs to keep moving. This I'm just going to leave. Yeah, that's fine. It's got in. Oh, and everybody's had their needs taken care of as well. Fantastic. That's great. And then these lovely people here need access to mass transport, which they haven't got at the minute, I don't believe. Let's have a look here at our bus routes. Bus line tools. So we've got a lot of bus lines that go along here and up the side. They're using the roundabout, going all over the place, which is good. So some of these routes actually might have changed for the better. We could do with a couple of stops, I think, down here. Rather than bring the buses in, I mean, the buses could come in, go up here, turn around and come back out again. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to get them to do that. And we're going to get them to stop right down here. Let's just go for a normal stop on the way in. We'll do on the way out as well. That'll be good. Which line do I want to drag in here? Because we've got loads that come through here. Yeah, basically the lines that are coming down here are ones that are going to outside the city. So I think we're going to do that and add them. They can go in there. They can come out. Then they're going to have to go round and roundabout and back again. That's fine. And we're going to do that with 2 of the stops. If I can get the other one just to show instead of the red one. No, I'm going to have to do the dance through all of this. And then I'll have to do it again to get the colours to come on. And then I'll have to do that. Then, oh man, I love it. I love it. I really don't love it. Okay, and then the other one I want is Rogat. KW2, here it is. Rogat. No, that's the one we just did. It was a blue one. No, it's going to be this one. It's the pillow. That's the one that comes through. That line is not overly used. It's got space. It's got enough vehicles, so that'll be fine. And that will give them access. And then the last thing we need to really look at is the schools around here, because yeah, we have plopped in a whole load of people coming into this area. What am I looking for here? Education. And we're going to have a bit of a problem. So the urban primary school is going to be rammed. Yeah, no upgrades on there. The high school over here isn't too bad actually. So we've got walking paths through here. So that isn't a stretch. My kids would happily walk that. So maybe just a little primary school in here. And of course we've got college over here. We've got university over here as well, which should still have space. Yeah, and yeah, no problem at all. So just a little primary school will be good. I think we're going to go for the EE Elementary School. It's got student capacity of 100. Oh, I was hoping that would face the other way round. I'll tell you what we could possibly do then. Let's grab the little lane in here. If I connect that up to here. Come on game. Don't do it to me. Thank you very much. If I do that, that is another little cut through, but we'll deal with that. Then that will go this way round. Will it like it? It will like it. What about if I move the whole thing over as well to get that sort of space there? I think that's good. At the end of this sort of cul-de-sac, we can sort of bring that up a bit. And then what we can do to get rid of the trees quickly is grab that, upgrade it in place, and all the trees that have overlapped have disappeared. That'll be good. I don't think there's any... Oh, there is one upgrade to that. This gives an extra 90 students. We're going to do that as well. I think that's a lovely little spot. We've got the playground and stuff out the back. Got a lot of car parks going on over there, but what you can't see won't hurt you. So there we go. We'll add a nice big bunch of oak trees. And when you get down nice and low, it is a lovely leafy little area with plenty of space for students for this new little place. And yeah, it's going well. Excellent.
Lucky dreamer. Lucky dreamer.
The new roundabout interchange is holding up very well with all the additional traffic coming through this way. Plus, the city has grown once again with the fantastic addition of the British-style blocks of flats across the river from the Kettlewick Tea Academy. The citizens rejoice. I hope you enjoyed the build today. If you did, a thumbs up on the video would be greatly appreciated. I also want to say a big thank you so much to all the patrons that you see scrolling up the screen right now. Your extra support goes above and beyond, and I really do appreciate it. I'm sure you're enjoying the new Timberborn series with the new Update 7 that's just been released over there on Patreon. Link below if you wish to find out more. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all very soon for some more Kettlewick.